This video is going to be different because, well, for starters, I'm in a hotel. I am in Auburn, Alabama, of all places. Yesterday, flew into Atlanta, Georgia, drove to Auburn because today's a big day. It is the day for the Southern plant trials. Now, plant trials are places where we as growers get to see all the newest genetics and the newest plants that will be coming to market in the next few years. And this is how we decide as growers what we are going to be growing, what we're going to add to our product mix, because there's always going to be something new and awesome. And I'm here with some really smart people that are going to be leveling me up because they are much smarter than I am and have a lot more experience with these different plants. And so it's going to be fun. You're going to hear me racking my brain today as we walk around, as I'm trying to remember all of the Latin names that they're going to be throwing at me. But we're going to see some beautiful stuff. I'm going to try to bring you along with my fancy camera I've got today. I brought a drone too. I may throw that up in the air if we have time and if it's not raining, but we'll see how this goes because we're going to two places. First of all, we've got Young's Plant Farm, which is one of the top facilities in the US. So they always run a really, really cool trial garden. I have been there once before. And we're also going to Bonnie Plant's headquarters. So that will be interesting. I have never been there. So it'll be fun to see what they've got going on there. We're gonna see some brand new vegetable plants that are not released yet, and some ones that have been out for a couple of years. And we're gonna see the AAS winners of some annuals. So it's gonna be a lot of flowers. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So let's get going. Carelessness, they're coming. They're going to the trash. All right, what ipomoea is this one?
Sweet Georgia black maple.
Yeah, we did a
Skeletal?
last week.
Yeah, but look how quick it goes to flower. It's cool, but it goes to flower early. And
Well,
it's so naturally compact.
it is very cool
It's
though.
cool. It's cool up front. You've seen thus far,
yeah.
though. I think they're really tight and compact.
This one's much bigger.
And at Cass, they basically had 102 cell plugs just on the table. They were so little.
Really?
Yeah, but it's got a cool texture.
Joel knows everybody.
That's Steven. He's in charge of Green Circle.
Okay.
That you know of?
They have been trying to improve the Mystic dahlias. They were probably the first on the market. Syngenta has a dark leaf one called Delegria, I think is how you pronounce it. And they have some semi-double ones in there. The Habit is a little more vigorous, and I know that's one I saw at Lowe's for like a 10-inch that looked really nice.
I like the idea of this eucalyptus, but I don't know. It's just not doing it for me in real life. But yeah, that black is nice. Which company did this one?
That's Ball Flora. That one's
Square stem? That's a eucalyptus?
yeah, and that one's called Sticks.
That's a eucalyptus also?
Yeah, I think that one's nice because it's a little bit more of a vigorous grower.
Yeah, that looks much better than the other one.
Yeah.
And
that's from Binary Seed, so he can get...
Is that a dahlia hiding in there?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a petacoda?
Petcoa.
So not a petunia.
And not a calibrachoa,
Well,
but a petcoa.
okay.
Oh, here it is. Bob, the Black Forest Ruby Dahlia. That's the seed dahlia with the black leaf.
Man.
Yeah. So that'll be a lower input cost. I think you're still going to have to PGR it. I'll try to get you guys a culture guide if they've had that made up.
In
yet.
California, y'all did a lot of those.
It's gorgeous.
Dahlias, yeah.
They
And
don't
I
do
did
it
a lot
in
of dinner plate dahlias.
I dig that.
Yeah. Y'all sell a lot of those?
Uh,
Type?
We need to sell more.
Yeah.
Look at the bees on it. Is this the one that Joel was talking about? That's going to be the best plant here?
This double Sunfinity?
Yes.
I think all of the Express sales team voted this our #1 new intro of like what we think we're going to sell the most of.
What's so good about it? I mean, it looks good right now.
I got a sample sent to my house. It's already in bloom. It's this tall. It has 3 flowers on it already. You can pinch it if you want, or you don't have to pinch it. And I think just novelty, double blooms, profuse bloomer, dark stems. Yeah, it's supposed to rebloom. It's vegetative cutting from Syngenta. And when they came out with Sunfinity, that took the market by storm, but it was a pain for growers because you have very specific protocols to follow to get that thing right. And this doesn't have that at all.
Okay.
So you don't have to deal with it. Now you do have to deal with availability for URCs, but Express is buying up and reserving URCs so that we have stuff to sell. So Star Diva.
Yeah, from
Scabula.
Proven Winner.
Yeah.
It's the star-shaped fanflower, scabiola.
I know you can't even call it fanflower because it's not a fan.
It's starflower.
It's starflower.
Is it naturally compact like that?
Yeah, it is really tight. I got some samples of it too. Well,
also, if you're wondering who I'm walking around with, that's Austin Quimby from Green Lake Nursery.
This is
and then
Dooman.
His dad, Bob, over here.
Glory Days, red
and
orange.
then Jackie from Express Seed is over there. And Joel, well, Joel's run off somewhere. Anyway, we got a fun group around here. Look at this Snapdragon. This is, what's it called?
Bishop's Children.
Double shot orange
Dahlia
bicolor.
Figaro. That's a seed.
They have been flaunting their bubble gum for years now.
And rightfully so.
And I'm wondering if that is that Deco Max Pink, because that's my #2 intro right next to it. And it doesn't have a name because it's probably trying to keep a fair trial comparison. But Deco Max Pink is very vigorous.
It's huge.
Very similar flower color.
You think that's one plant?
I don't know, but there's three that took up a bed that size the whole way across at the Olson's trials.
Wow. I'm guessing this is where they grow their mums out here.
The pink and the blue that are coming out, and it's kind of like Sophistica had that for a while. Ball had Sophistica, lime bicolor. So this is more genetically compact and a seed option instead of having to buy crazy tunias. So cheaper for smaller, like high density production.
This one's pretty cool with the ruffled blooms, but it's very vigorous.
Yeah, the habit is a little leggier on that one. Oh yeah, here's a Sophistica lime bicolor. So that's been around for forever. And that was like a big deal because it came from seed way back in the day.
Oh, really?
All the lantanas here. That one's pretty. That almost looks like the papaya one.
Yeah, but that papaya, the passion fruit, you mean?
Passion fruit.
Passion fruit
I knew it
has
was a tropical fruit.
spreading habit, whereas that's still like a lot of other tropical lantana where it's spread to be a compact ball of color, you know?
Okay, notice this is one of the things that we look for is this plant has a hole in the middle. So you can distinctly tell that there's 4 plants here because of the 4 splits. So that's one thing that we typically don't like to see. Yeah.
See, this one's not doing that.
It's super vibrant, but goodness. Yeah, this one has that one's got a better habit. It's a really pretty red, but the blooms are scorching on it. Really red. That's what they call it. It is really red. So there's the passion fruit. So you can see the spreadiness.
Yeah, that different habit.
These are covered. Absolutely covered in flowers. Sun Fun Orange from Selecta. You think that's probably 4 plants there?
I don't think so. I mean, these things are big.
No, I am. I just don't know how to show it. Oh, wait, that didn't. Oh, 100%. Yeah,
They've done some deadheading on it.
Yeah.
But not much.
Yeah. I don't know how many are in there.
They're deep in thought about something. Debating which lantana they want to grow. I can see it. This is serious. What happened here? Did we do this one this year? No, we did
This is new.
We did the pink and white one this year.
Yeah, but we should put this one in because it's really cool.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And the flowers seem to be a little bit bigger than that pink and white one we did.
And there's one called Maggie, which is a really good pink. It's a very fully double pink, but I think consumers will love it.
I do like that.
Yeah, it's a full lineup. So they have a yellow, they have a red, they have sky blue. So you can do a whole bench run of different colors.
Are they heat tolerant?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. They're the blanket of color, heat tolerant. This is like the last petunia you're going to grow going into the summer. And that's actually going to last for the consumers.
Okay.
They sacrifice a little bit on flower size, but it's really a full coverage. So
yeah,
from afar, all you see is color. A solid red, and that usually has to do with high heat.
So it's not holding the pattern it's supposed to be.
Not holding the pattern, yeah.
Instability. Okay, so we got one black petunia here compared to this one. Well, they call that one navy velour, which is much more vigorous. It's also not quite as black as this one is.
Yankee, I got it.
It's just a better flower coverage all around. And it doesn't get the terminal ends where it gets all stemmy and small leafed in the heat. This one stays lush to the tip.
So why haven't you been selling this one to us?
You have been getting this.
Oh, okay.
But I want you to see the difference since you're here. I'm like, this is why I sell you this one instead of this one. I'm just reiterating that with proof.
Does look a little familiar now that I'm looking at it. It looks like they just fill up their raised beds with their grow mix that they grow everything in. They're like, we're not messing around with adding compost.
Yeah, they definitely, I think they fertilize out here and stuff.
yeah.
They take care
that's
of it.
kind of different. The short stems on this one. I like these blooms, but the plants are so puny.
Those you don't want to grow because those are an ivy geranium and they get edema real bad in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to stay away from those. I'll save you.
Okay.
I think it's 10 days faster to bloom, more compact.
I like those.
Oh no, bigger, massive. Yeah, that's one of my faves.
This is what we do, and then off.
Look how big those are.
Oh no, here's your unplugged red. 2 are dead.
I'm thankful for the cloud cover, but you can't see the colors as good when it's not sunny. But
Photos will come out better.
yeah. Okay, so these are those new proven winners, Star Divas.
Michael?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm right here.
Yeah.
So he knows. Oh yeah. Next time I visit, I will.
They're very compact. You'd have to use them totally differently.
So Halo has always looked really good. As it ages, it kind of has a YTT, yesterday, today, and tomorrow look to it. This one people like because it's so dark, but you can see they're scorching on it in full sun. So it would be like an earlier spring Vinca, which we all know Vinca doesn't really get started until late April. So,
Yeah, so that's interesting.
So, yeah.
This one is pretty phenomenal.
That
though.
one is my favorite, and then the Blush Splash is also good. I feel like the cranberry on the end, I mean, we can kind of get that in regular Vinca. Not too much of a novelty, but still two-toned.
This one's pretty hot.
Always in large groups when I see them, so I feel like I'm
Empress Flare Pink.
Yep.
I feel like
That's a lot of flowers.
I like now know what I'm doing.
All right, let's look at some combos. These
That's stuff, and I'm
Calibracoa
not gonna make
combos are
sure.
nice. I'm really trying to get down to this one because I love that. They're so uniform, even though you've got different colors mixed in
It is.
there. Which one are you talking about?
I just like this combo. And
The
this,
combo?
this James Britannia is actually really heat tolerant. It survived at the Dallas Arboretum trials. And this is kind of like in the Bacopa family, so I thought it would peter out, but it lived and it looked great. And it's so floriferous, and it has this two-toned kind of novelty antique color, which y'all know Greg loves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so-
really nice.
So, but it's PW, so it'll be a branded container pot, or you can do it in baskets like this. And
James
then you don't need the
Britannia.
branded plastic.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's different colors in the series that they have. And then
Yeah, and the white people
That is pretty.
somebody
combo I know I took a picture of that I liked for like Easter.
What about this one?
This is like an Eastery one to me.
Yeah, that is very Eastery. What about this stuff?
Oh yeah. These have been around for a long time though. Everyone just doing Calibracoa baskets.
Yeah.
Mixed Calibracoas. They're Patriot.
Patriot. I like it. Red, white, and blue.
Mm-hmm. These we can get in from Lucas.
Okay.
I think.
They always have good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it even trails a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a good example of how the passion fruit trails. That is cool. This dark blue lobelia really pops with the yellow next to it. That's different.
It is. When you get up close, it's very different.
So that one is rainbow iced blueberry. Why would they call this blueberry? There's some Alabama people over there arguing about which city has more Walmarts. And that's a very Alabama conversation if I've ever heard one. I just saw this from super far away and I'm intrigued. The plant looks super ugly, but the bloom is so cool.
Even the leaves are kind of tri-colored though.
I know, I think that's what makes it ugly.
It's just doing too much.
Yeah. That is wild.
Yeah, that is pretty.
I should probably include the name on that one. That is cool. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. Oh, look at this bloom. Kind of tucked in down there.
And it's that Canova series, so it stays nice and compact and tidy.
We have customers that want some huge cannas though.
Oh.
Which one?
But look at the edge and like the backside of the petals, how it's so pink.
Oh, I do love a pretty backside.
Yeah. I think that's a really unique one. There's nothing else like that. With the Flama series and better basal branching, so you have more flowers instead of just an upright one spike, like
Yeah.
First Flame
That's
and
really
Lilac
cool.
have been.
It better be heat tolerant if they call it Heatopia.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice blue and large flowers.
Yeah.
I think it even looks better than the other ones in the line down there. This is the shade section, by the way. So we're underneath a pergola with shade cloth. I love Mona Lavender.
You guys kind of organized the team a little bit here. Very organized, unorganized chaos, I'll say it that way. I hope today is kind of just point out the top 2025 introduction for Cougar winners. You guys can see them here. You can see them in Metro. You might see them with other customers you guys already service as well. So Greg and Tony are right in front of here. A new introduction for this year is called Color Blaze Mini Me Chartreuse. This introduction in previous years, Color Blaze Mini Me Watermelon. You say, why are you bringing it back? Why side by side? To show you that they're both vigorous yet compact. They'll TTR needs. At the same time, they play very well in duos or trio duos, containers, and that kind of mix them well. I saw them in South Florida, in Miami, Homestead areas that Greg mentioned too. The chartreuse color does pop out more in a sun setting. There is some down there in those landscape beds as well. So give it a shot. It's a no-brainer. Easy to produce. Nice intimate package. I say ice cream cone with a plant on top. The original plant, a plant that Food Winners had in the program for a long time. I remember the brand started back in 1993, so 33 years ago. But I think this Aromagic of Purple, I think the first and foremost thing is the branching and breaking on. I think a lot of times people put heliotrope, 300 ppm configured to put additional branching on there. We think on the marketplace. So Tierra Pink matches up very well with that. It's from a bigger index, but more trailing than it is prostrate, so to speak, especially in upright container production. That iridescent halo kind of glows very, very well. And of course, Tierra Blue, which we saw down the way, is side by side with it. Just the mounded, robust habit is easiest new classification. I love the Tangerine Improved. I think that halo on there is very pronounced and makes a nice little pop, a nice little wild color. Obviously, low light conditions are still going to close up and hold, tighten up that way, but
Back to the shade area. We had a brief tour with Tim Anderson from Proven Winners. This is pretty cool, gecko, but it's not very stable. And I like that. This one I saw earlier, but I wanted to come back to it. That is really cool. It's called Terrascape Lime and Shine. Oh, and in the same terrascape line, Sangria Splash and Solar Fire. That's so cool. I don't know how I feel about this one. Charged Up Marble Mania. They are fuzzy. So this one is Mystical Pink.
I like pink more than blush.
The bees are all over these begonias.
Yeah.
That wasn't a very good videography. Let me try again. We've been growing these Vikings for a few years. I love them. Okay, I don't know how I feel about these because they look very similar to the clover that grows as weeds in our pots. But they have
there's 4 colors, and that's Green Fuse Genetics, and they're all kind of mixed like that.
I was reading about Emerald Isle. It's supposed to have an extremely thick, do you call that a stem or a petiole? And then the ruffled
it's
leaves.
thick. It's pretty thick.
I don't know. It's pretty cool. That's not gonna. I gotta angle it up more.
I'll send you the picture.
I know.
You just can't handle it. Okay, come on in.
All right, y'all ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I stood in front of the sign, but we all know where we're at. Okay, thank you. It was cute that they did the sign.
But
So
I
that
don't
was
know.
my
In the
message
landscape and the
with
heat,
that.
I don't think they can handle it. I love this so much. These are huge, huge blooms
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
That one is stunning. Mahogany
don't have that with
cherry.
pearl
So it's got this
compacts,
really
right?
cool, that's like serrated, dark foliage. I'm such a sucker for these begonias, and they are not heat tolerant, but I just love them.
What about Knox? No?
I don't see why Knox would do it.
Knox would be another one that they would.
A bit of a walk over to get to, they do have a small garden over here.
Must
So
have perennials.
it's been mostly annuals, but
Mm.
we will get to see a few perennials now. I don't know about these. They they almost look diseased,
Yeah.
I said that when that first came out.
especially this one.
Yeah, and even though it has more flowers, the foliage to me looks more chlorotic than the other one looks more intentional.
Yeah, this one's better,
Right?
but the flower is not as pretty.
I would put that in the shade.
We always need more shade color.
Yeah, but I have one grower growing that in 10-inch.
That's a new color.
Here it
Does
is.
take the heat.
Yeah, so far. It's new for me. Oh, here's your early bird gold. The thing's always in bloom. That looks real stretchy compared to what I've seen it before. It's usually been a lot more compact.
I don't hate it.
I can see that.
We have loved this one the last 2 years.
Yeah. That is a really good one.
This is-
love this one, Michael.
Yeah, am I gonna love that one?
Yeah.
That is a cool color.
Arctic Fox loves the heat humidity too.
Okay,
That's the thing. A Florida grower is our top seller or our
Wow.
top buyer of the Arctic Fox series.
Allie.
Agastache.
I know that Brianna was working on that, so she's
Hyssop
got good
plants,
notes if you need them.
pollinators, love them, as you can see. Abba, I like that name.
It's cool color.
Real Charmer Leucanthemum. Hey, we got a fasciated bloom. Oh, I guess it just kind of does that. So Young's was awesome, but now we are at Bonnie Plants headquarters, new building. Really cool. We're gonna see some trials here too. Really nice. out back. We're gonna head over to the back porch, which is where the cryo garden is.
Going crazy. These are gonna be all the cherries to Roma type tomatoes. Even mild peppers, smell sweet. Yes, unfortunately, I do not know any flower names off the top of my head.
It's all right. I don't know any vegetable names, so we're good.
Perfect.
Together, you can conquer.
Yes, and we just finished up the signs yesterday, so we've got
So you are gonna
yeah, the little
Sounds
signs.
like the big one that we were supposed to put back here.
No,
Joey was like, "We're doing this."
some of the tiny temptations in grow. That's what I was snacking on earlier. But
And those are the good ones to snack on.
they're so purple now, and then when they're ripe, they'll actually turn orange and orange yellow.
Yeah, and they have spooky, which is a white. It starts out white instead of black.
Yeah.
It's Taki breeding. There's multiple colors in the series, but this is the AAS winner, the red.
That's gorgeous.
AES winner Windley.
Okay, this place is called Botanic. It's a garden center / restaurant / greenhouses / experience. I put away my fancy camera, maybe a little too prematurely, so we're using the phone on this one. But we're gonna grab lunch here. Quite an entryway.
Well, definitely the girl is this way. So we are going the right way.
It's such a tall greenhouse.
Yeah.
It's like a
20 foot? No.
20 foot or 25 foot gutter height.
Oh, okay.
We just had an awesome lunch and now we're checking out the garden center. Where are you going? Come here. They've been harvesting this lavender,
Yeah. It's that time of year.
making bundles with it. Gorgeous. All right, back home in the great nation of Texas, it was a fun but whirlwind trip. I think we found some really cool varieties that we want to put into the mix either this next year or the following year. I'm excited about that new double sunfinity sunflower, some of the new lantanas that I saw, and I really liked some of the new colors of the Angelonia out there, including that Patriot combo. I'm gonna have to grab that. So until next time, signing off for now.